You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
I said sex. Listen to us anytime, anyplace. Download the TuneIn app to your smartphone or tablet and make 920 The Voice your favorite.
You'll be glad you did.
Oh, yes, you will be.
We have a great show for you today. We've got the $6,000 toilet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And ways to impress women. I wonder if one of them would be having a $6,000 toilet.
Ways to impress women. Why on earth would I want to do that?
Well, maybe you wouldn't.
I'm kidding with you.
Maybe you want to impress men. I don't know. Maybe
I don't need
you
to
just
impress anybody but myself, love.
Oh, dear. Here we go. Well, but first, counterfeit honey from China.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you have counterfeit honey?
Well, you know I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, I'm curious about this because what?
Well, there's a new global market for honey. And
Really?
global market for honey.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. You know, honey runs about $16 for 12 ounces.
Okay.
But there is a designer honey from Turkey that runs about $195 an ounce.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. But North American consumers should beware. That's B-E-E-E. Where? Yes.
Beware.
Well, there is a buzz about counterfeit honey flooding our grocery stores and shelves, and it is threatening not only the enjoyment of your cup of tea and your wallet, it could sap the health benefits of honey.
Sap. I love it. You know what's so interesting? There are certain honeys that I can't have because I'm allergic to bees, and if they're not actually cured, I guess, properly, I could actually get very sick from it. But this is unbelievable.
Yes, this is counterfeit honey, and this honey has probably been cured, so it's not really doing anything for you except making something sweet. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
we
yeah.
just did that at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, we actually stopped China from dumping the cheap honey on the U.S. market. They've, we have, because, you know, there's been so much trouble with the stuff we get from China.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's like mostly poison.
This could get into a very, very controversial conversation.
Well, that is us. We are controversial here on Trend Radio.
Talking about China and their products. I mean, there's so many things that are being made there.
Wasn't it only a few years ago they had the lead scare?
Yes.
That's still going on, though.
Really?
A lot of things, yeah.
Don't buy your dog food if it's made in China. It's
there's a lot.
Poisoning the dogs.
There's so many things. We don't even know what's in. Well, we've had that conversation with, one of our friends. But I mean, there's so many different things that they're doing that they get approved there that really are not approved here. You know, baby toys. I mean, come on, crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. But all right, I know. We're back to honey.
Back to honey.
Aw, thank you, honey.
Well, since we've stopped China from selling this cheap honey in the U.S. market, they've started selling it to other countries.
Of course they did, because why not make money on honey?
That's right. And that's where the honey is repackaged. And after those unscrupulous distributors wave some local fruit and herbs over the top of it and declare it to be
honey,
genuine exotic honey. When the honey shows up here, it's been filtered. So the pollen and some of the other healthy ingredients that we find in honey, they've been removed. And there is no way to check its origin.
No, there's no way. How could you do that?
Yeah. Pollen is the honey's DNA fingerprint.
Wow. And there's no way to find out where that's from. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. That's a terrible, terrible thing. That's a hell of a market. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now,
that's scandalous.
Yes, it is. The Senate has bill number S662, and that bill is designed to protect the farmers from these unscrupulous overseas honey exporters and exploiters.
Say that with quotes, everybody. Yeah, that's how you just did it. You just did the quotes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's hope that bill passes. But whether it does or doesn't, you always should opt for local, raw, or unfiltered honey that still contains all of those healthy ingredients.
Except, see, with the unfiltered, be very careful if you're allergic to bees and also the raw honey. You really have to be careful. I mean, certified and local, definitely, absolutely. And that's what, I mean, I get my honey from one of my girlfriends she's got a nice, lovely little bee farm locally, but I always make sure that it's nothing that would make me sick, because sometimes if it's not filtered properly, I'll have a reaction, and we don't want me passing out now, do we?
No. You get the filtered one, and I'm going to get the raw, honey.
I know how you like it raw.
I like it raw.
I know.
Now, honey, and I'm sure you know this, it can help suppress a cough.
Oh, absolutely. And boost the immune system.
Mm-hmm. Eases heartburn.
And it's great for your throat, just to soothe your throat. There's nothing like some warm honey trickling down the back of your throat.
Mm-hmm. It promotes sleep. It boosts your immunity. And I'm going to start doing this. I usually would put a little bit of honey and lemon juice in some tea.
Oh, no. Do it in hot water.
I was just going to say, I think I'm going to have to start doing it in hot water.
Because, the flavor of the water becomes honey flavored with a little burst of citrus. Fabulous. You can even do it with some lime. Or, you know what? Orange honey. Any citrus is fabulous. Another thing, take an apple, cut it up, put that in your hot water, and put some honey in. Apples and honey.
Sweet. This portion of our show is sponsored by Susan Eckley Ruck of ID Life. Not a one-size-fits-all nutritional program.
ID Life stands for Individually Designed Life, where nutrition is personal, formulated just for you and your needs.
Get started today. Take the free HIPAA-compliant health assessment.
healthforlife.idlife.com.
That's the number 4.
Or give Susan a call, 609-712-1351.
Follow her on Facebook.
You'll be glad you did.
The last of the baby boomers.
What do you mean?
Well, those that were born in 1964 are turning 50 this year.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are. That's almost close to me, but not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that we were both Gen Xers. Well, that's born from 65 to 78.
Well, I'm in that. I'm in the 65 to 78. I am Generation X.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I am
so you're going to be...
Wait. X.
You're going to reach the big 50 next year?
Next year, yeah. I was born in 65.
Wow. It's interesting that 50-year-olds are looking better and better to me these days.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Fabulous. Thank you. So what do you got for me?
Well, Dr. Oz is going to give us...
Don't you love Dr. Oz?
I love Dr. Oz.
I love Dr. Oz. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
Really nice guy, too. Did you ever meet him?
Yes, I actually met him at Joan Rivers' funeral.
Okay.
Look, there was nothing funny. That was
Stop it.
It was a star-studded event. It really was.
Yes, it was. I'm surprised they sent you an invite. To her funeral... I got in as press. Invite only.
Yes, I know. And the station here got me.
I actually miss her. I loved her.
Yeah, she was one of a kind.
She was a pip, that one.
Yes, she was. She knew Gladys Knight very well. Very close with her.
You know what? You're trying to make me laugh here, and it's just not a funny thing.
Well, so getting back to Dr. Oz.
Okay.
He has 3 drug-free ways to sleep better.
Oh, see, I need this.
And live young.
I need drug-free ways to sleep better.
All right. Well.
Talk to me.
Okay. 50 years ago, neither one of us were born. This 17-year-old kid, Randy Gardner, and 2 of his pals.
I know who he is.
You know Randy Gardner?
I do.
Oh, how cool is that?
That's really cool, but go on.
Okay. So anyway, Randy and a couple of his pals, they camped out in his bedroom to see what would happen if Randy could break the world record for sleep deprivation.
Okay.
The teenager stayed awake for 264.4 hours.
Oh, my God.
That record stands today.
Yes.
Now, he was experiencing moodiness.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I know all about that.
I don't even want to hear that from you.
Hallucinations.
Okay.
Incoherent thinking and slurred speech.
Well, when you don't sleep well and you don't get, I mean, if your body is not getting what it needs as far as sleep, you are just not together at all.
I thought your slurred speech was due to Cabernet.
I only have one Cabernet at a time, and it's in the evening on rare occasions. Okay, so I don't even want to hear it.
Anyway,
stop calling me an alcoholic. You know, every time you find times to say that I'm an alcoholic, and I'm not. Stop looking at me like that.
I've never mentioned your drug habits.
Now I'm a druggie too? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's what he experienced. So
he did experience that, and 50 million Americans who have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep also discovered these side effects.
Well, I don't have slurred
speech.
Yeah, I don't have slurred speech.
You have lapses in memory.
I don't have lapses in memory. But I do have some moodiness here and there.
Yes. The effects of insomnia.
Okay.
Now, this will give you relationship problems, heart disease, anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and stroke.
Oh.
All from not sleeping.
Wow. What about headaches? Can you get headaches? I imagine you probably could.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I've had headaches.
Yeah, especially if you don't get between, 6.5 to 8 hours of restful sleep.
Yeah, I don't. So, okay, so what can I do about this? And what can everybody else do about this?
Try to figure out the cause. Insomnia can be triggered by a TV or a digital device, noise, light in the bedroom. I know that you do a lot of your work and your preparation for the show and stuff like that at night in bed, and you've got your computer and your phone and everything working, and these digital devices and the light from them in the bedroom really
I have to tell you quite honestly though, I really stopped that. I really stopped. I mean, we've talked about this, and I've been not turning my computer on in my bedroom, and I've been trying very hard to turn the TV off at night, so I've not been doing that. So I've been taking your advice there.
Oh, okay. Well, then you may also have trouble sleeping because of emotional distress or medical condition.
I don't have a medical condition.
Well, when I say you, I mean the vernacular you.
I was talking about, I know, but I really would like to know what I can do.
Okay, so you don't have chronic pain or sleep apnea?
No.
Okay. Well, the only thing you do is make your bedroom sleep friendly.
Okay, how do you do that?
Okay. Try these Dr. Oz drug-free ways to sleep better.
Okay. What are they?
Okay. Drink chamomile tea.
I should have some tea before I go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Skip the late night alcohol. That one Cabernet.
I don't have that at night. I don't have it when I'm home.
Oh, good, because what it does is it spikes blood sugar and interferes with your sleep cycle.
No, I only have a Cabernet when we're at one of our events.
Oh,
that's the only time, and you're the one who gives it to me.
Just the one?
Yeah, you. I only have one. I only have one.
Just one.
Just one. That's all I need.
This is actually really good, and is to soak in like an Epsom salt bath.
Who has time to take a bath?
Well, the Epsom salt thing.
I don't have time.
Don't you have one of those little tubs that make bubble?
I do. I have a Whirlpool tub, yes.
Yes. So, stick the Epsom salts in there, get it nice and hot, and just kind of relax in it.
I don't have time. Okay, but go on. Okay. All right, so that's something that everybody can do. Take the time, people, and just go and sit yourself in an Epsom salt soaked tub. Do it.
The other thing you could do is eat a banana for bed.
Eat a banana for bed?
Eat a banana before bed.
Okay.
Now, I always thought you weren't supposed to eat a banana.
See, but that's another thing. I've been trying not to eat late at night. So now I'm going to start eating late at night. I'm going to eat a banana.
Well, the combination of the magnesium and the potassium relaxes muscles, and the hot water helps dispel the stress hormones.
At that point, I may as well just have a Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? You pass out after that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. That's good advice.
Well, of course it is. And, you can live young with these healthy habits. But first, if you're joining us just now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise. We are Trend Radio.
So anyway, these are some really healthy habits to live young by. And you will become a healthier, better looking you.
Oh my God. When you're healthier and feeling really good about yourself, you always look better.
That's right. Walking, meditating, eating Mediterranean food.
Oh, I love Mediterranean food.
Yes, that dynamic trio of healthy choices makes you feel younger.
I love that. This is really good information.
Mm-hmm. And you'll have lots of energy.
Oh, good. Well, then I'm going to try what you say.
Okay.
Yeah. Good advice there, Mr. Anthony Vincent.
So, you want to feel years younger? You want to have lots of youthful energy?
I do.
Straighten up. Good posture equals good health.
I have great posture.
Yes,
I agree with that. Yes.
Yes, you always lead with your breasts. I watch when you walk.
Oh my God.
You do.
Oh my God.
They're just
oh my God.
out there.
It means you got good back, spine angle.
Yeah. Yeah. Baby got back. Although this one got front too.
Oh my God.
Research shows that slumping or walking with your head bent forward reduces your air supply and ups the risk of dying prematurely.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
So, to correct your posture, walk with your hands on your hips as if a book was balanced on your head. Throw your hips forward, chest out.
That's actually something that I actually do.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
Yeah, the head balancing. Yeah.
And she got mad at us for it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't get mad.
She can't help that her boobs walk into the room before her.
They're not that big.
That's how you make an entrance, right?
That is right.
Oh.
You get noticed. Also, this will strengthen the core muscles. You know, you can use the yoga, which I know you do.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Now, eat 1 ounce of nuts daily.
I actually do that. Mm-hmm. Almonds are my favorite.
Yeah. And your heart disease risk drops by 45%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. See, that's fabulous news.
Gobble up 13 to 21 walnuts a day for a supercharged heart protective omega-3 fatty acids.
Now, I know that walnuts are excellent for you. I don't love them, though. I struggle to eat them. I do. I mean, I love almonds, but I don't. And I love cashews, but walnuts.
Yeah. Cashews,
They're my favorite.
my
Aren't
bread
they
and butter.
banging? They're just banging, but I just don't love walnuts.
I'm guilty of this. Whenever I go to a friend's house and they have the mixed nuts, I'll always pick out the cashews, and that's how they know I was there when there's just no cashews.
My
that's so
sister does
funny.
the same
I'll leave
thing.
them the walnuts and the almonds.
Yeah, I like the almonds, but
My sister just leaves the peanuts.
I don't eat peanuts. You know I don't eat peanuts. Legumes.
Well, whatever nuts you do eat, they do reduce blood pressure, blood sugar, and belly fat.
Ah, so it's any nuts that you eat.
Yes, and you...
I was waiting for someone to turn that into a joke.
That was the last show.
You set me up for that one, Anthony.
Threw a softball.
All right. You want to mix in blueberries with the nuts, and you'll have a really good supercharged combination there.
Oh, yeah. Super antioxidants.
Yeah. And pick a hobby with your partner.
Okay.
Pick a hobby with your partner. Having a strong social support system, it makes you more likely to continue healthy thinking habits.
Fabulous.
So the parade of quirky ways to feel younger doesn't stop. Explore love, enjoy a good nap, sip a glass of wine, not a bottle.
What if it's the glass that fits the whole bottle, though? I've seen those.
That's Big Joe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know your favorite. Indulge in dark chocolate.
That's one of my favorites, yes.
All are elements of a great day. Enjoy.
I agree.
You'll be glad you did.
Always.
The summer is over, and we're getting into the fall and winter.
Chilly weather.
Yes, but a winter workout routine with the kids can help you lose some weight.
With the kids?
With the kids.
With or without the kids, I think it can help you lose some weight.
And you can have fun.
And even though it's so chilly, you can certainly warm up.
Well, winter activities can be a bit chilly. Yes, they can. If you want to lose a little weight, reducing your risk of heart disease and diabetes, and keeping your brain and love life at its best, there are better ways than that basement treadmill or the stinky weight room.
Really? Do share.
Well, obey your instincts and head outside for some fun physical activity that does not feel like exercise, but does have the same benefits.
Oh, I love that. I love putting on the sweats and the sweatshirt and really layering up with a little, T-shirt underneath and just getting outside and just playing football or baseball or even throwing a Frisbee around.
Yeah, the fun stuff that burns as many or even more calories than your usual workout routine.
And the thing is that you're using different muscles also. You're stretching your body in a different way. And it's, aside from fun and being, feeling motivated, you're really working your body out to its capacity.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. You want to throw a Frisbee with me?
Yeah, actually, Frisbee, that little classic toy can burn like 100 to 250 calories in half an hour.
I love the Frisbee.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And that's just playing Frisbee. There's Ultimate Frisbee now, which is a completely different sport.
Really?
Tell us about the Ultimate.
Ultimate Frisbee, it's like, imagine playing football, but instead of throwing a football, you're throwing the Frisbee. So you're running up and down a field. It's great cardio.
This. Oh, I love that. See, that's great, awesome.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But you know what my favorite workout is? One of my favorites. And it's just so great for your waist, ladies. The hula hoop. I love that hula hoop.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
And I play at every party. Yes. All the parties that we're at, if there's a hula hoop there, I'm just wiggling away.
Our next party, I'm going to have 6 hula hoops there because I know that you can probably spin all 6 at the same time.
I absolutely can. We're talking about the knees, the waist, the neck, the arms, all at once.
Yep. You can burn 200 calories in 30 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, boost your heart rate.
I'm going to hula hoop for half an hour.
And also the hula hoop will lower your blood pressure.
And it's fun.
Help reduce the bad cholesterol.
It's so much fun.
So get a hula hoop for each one of your kids and your grandkids.
And then take them and use them yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I do. My kids are big now, so to buy them a hula hoop would be ridiculous.
Well, this is something that I'd be interesting is dance the winter away.
Oh, I love dancing.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a ballroom dancing type thing.
Oh, you should absolutely do that.
Or Latin dance. I mean, the Latin dances are really sexy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So anyway, join the kids when they play. What's that? Dance Revolution something?
You know what the thing is that, you can do it, of course, with your kids, and that's like a fun family day, but you can also do it with your friends. I mean, how about that?
Yeah.
Just, have a bunch of friends gather, you guys can, play, and then you guys can have a little, coffee or hot chocolate afterwards, and it's just a lot of fun.
Right. There are local dance classes actually right in our neighborhood that actually have these, and you could accept your neighbor's invite to a Zumba or even a jazzercise class. Dancing regularly burns a lot of calories. Like a sexy Zumba burns 10 calories per minute.
And Zumba's no joke.
Let me just tell you something. Zumba is no joke. I took a couple of Zumba classes, and at first I just could not keep up. I felt so, my feet were just entangled. It was unbelievable. But then you got to get the hang of it.
That's because you're white.
I have fabulous rhythm. Let me just tell you something. You know I have good rhythm. Don't even say it. I'm fine when I dance.
Well, yes, you are. Dancing lowers your risk of dementia also by like an amazing 76%.
Does it really? Dementia?
Yeah, dementia.
I wonder why. Why does it lower your risk of dementia?
Keeping the blood flowing.
Okay, so then activity actually is good for that.
Sure, and the hand-eye feet coordination.
Yeah, that runs in my family. Yeah, genetics.
These workouts don't feel like a workout.
No, I know. I love that. It's the same thing with swimming. When you're swimming and you're swimming hard. And that's the wonderful part about being able to swim in the winter. If you belong to one of those clubs that actually has an Olympic-sized pool, swimming is fabulous for you.
And you should be doing this together with your family, with your loved one, because you can also help improve your partner's health habits. Grant Wood's American Gothic portrays an aging farm couple who look a lot alike. Despite of her big old bun and his overalls and pitchfork, you can you and your spouse could also look more alike now than you did as newlyweds, because shared habits and experiences shape your expressions, wrinkles, and folds.
Isn't that interesting? one thing that's very funny, I know that my husband and I actually do look alike. People sometimes think that we're brother and sister.
You do look like brother and sister.
Because we do look a lot alike. Yeah. But I don't know that, it started out that way. We just, even our kids kind of just look like us and look alike.
Well, you've heard the people talk about they look like their dogs or their dogs look like them. Yeah, it's the same thing with people. They create similarities because of being together for so long that weren't there when they were younger.
Our dog doesn't look like us, nor do we look like her, but she acts like us.
I was just about to say that. She does.
She dances and she, it's almost like she's laughing. She
smiles and...
Yeah, so she's hysterical. So she's like us. Exactly. That's interesting.
Well, research shows that some couples become similarly unhealthy also.
Yes.
If one person in the couple is obese, there's a 30% chance that the other will become obese also.
But, that other person, that spouse, can actually take charge of that and start doing these fun, wonderful activities. And maybe the one that's obese would start hanging out with him or her and do, the fun stuff and lose weight. So it can work both ways.
Yeah. And also other things like type 2 diabetes, you actually face a 26% increase of developing diabetes also.
Well, that's definitely something I don't want. I do not want diabetes. My mother has diabetes and it's just an awful disease.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Yeah, my grandpa had it, so it's definitely genetic. It can be.
So this is what you do.
Yeah.
You make a walking date.
Oh, okay.
You take a stroll for about 10 days in a row, and you get his and her pedometers, and you set goals for the next 4 months, heading for like 10,000 steps a day.
So this is great. So you're strolling, you're walking, you're running,
talking.
And then before you know it, you're doing a triathlon together. Okay? That's how you do it. Well,
let me tell you something. I just recently got a pedometer, and it is difficult to do 10,000 steps a day. We walk a lot around the salon and around our chair, and I am very, very hard pressed to get 3,000 steps a day in. And I put that thing on in the morning, and by the end of the day, it's like 3,000 steps. And I really thought that I went like miles and miles.
It's so interesting. I would have a very hard time getting that in because I sit all day. So it's hard because of what I do, because doing nails. But my husband actually gets in 10,000 plus steps per day on his pedometer.
Does he really?
He really does.
He uses one also.
Yes.
It really is a cool thing. And it mine tells me how many calories I burned.
Yeah, his too.
Okay, we probably have the same one.
Yeah.
It's the latest and greatest in pedometers.
He lost like 30 pounds.
Did he really?
Yeah, and he's really pumped up now, and he's got this 6-pack thing going on now. Kind of a little bit jealous, I will say.
Very cool.
Yeah, his arms are huge. Yeah, he's doing really well with that.
Alrighty.
Even cooler, you don't have to go out and buy a pedometer if you have a smartphone. There's an app. Literally, there's an app for that.
Oh, there's an app for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
That's true. and there you have it. Thank you, Stephen.
I spent my $12.95 for nothing.
You see that?
Well, all I'm saying is if you have a smartphone, it's as easy as downloading it. Unless you want to walk to the store. But then you got to count the steps manually because you don't have it yet.
Ah, that's right. Yes. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Or you get to the store, set up the app, and then walk back. Times it by 2. And factor in the humidity.
Or you get like the old ones, you can just shake it until it's at the right amount, right?
That's funny.
That too.
That's great.
Well, how about, and I really like this idea, starting your own cooking show.
Starting your own cooking show?
Yes. Call it Chopped. Here's what to chop. Get rid of foods with added sugar or syrup, trans fats.
They already have one called Chopped.
Okay, the Anthony and Elise Chopped. And this is what you do. You get rid of foods with added sugar, syrup, trans fats, and any grain that's not 100% whole. And of course, the red meat. That's a tough one.
Well, not for me. I don't eat red meat. Very rarely. But actually, I kind of live a lot like that. You know that I do. I don't eat a lot of that stuff. So that's a good thing. And I'm always saying to you, 1 ingredient foods.
I agree.
I always say that to you, 1 ingredient foods.
And I'm only eating red meat once or twice a month.
Oh, I know. You don't eat it a lot.
Yeah, mostly fish. But the most important.
What's that?
Share hugs and laughter. with us here on 920 The Voice, Trend Radio.
Yeah.
Live well, laugh often, and love much.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
You'll be glad you did.
Yes, you will be.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. And now our very own gatekeeper of matrimonial law, Roseanne de Torres.
Check out DeTorres and DeGeorge, certified matrimonial law attorneys at dndfamilylaw.com.
You'll be glad you did.
Well, good morning, Roseanne de Torres. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well.
Good morning. Good morning. You know, we have talked about some great stories with your women clients. Do you have any stories about men that you have represented over the years?
We are curious about this.
Yes, of course. We represent men and women. It does seem that more women retain us than men on average. So our clients tend to more so be women. But
and why is that?
I don't know, except I can hazard a guess, which is that they want strong women representation. And so they seek us out more than men. I have a feeling men may gravitate more towards the male attorneys. But I don't know. I really don't know.
But you do have some.
Of course, we represent many men and have and will continue to do that. There is a story about a gentleman that I recently had the occasion to work with. He was a blue-collar worker, had 4 kids. His wife made a great deal more money. In fact, during the marriage, for the most part, he had a small business that he ran on the side, but it didn't make a lot of money, and his wife was a professional, and she made a great deal more money than him. And the custody and parenting issues they were able to resolve, but the financial issues we were not able to resolve. In fact, she took the position during the divorce that he was not entitled to any support from her in the future, even though they had a 20-plus year marriage, and even though during that marriage she had always made 10 times what he made.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then why is it that she felt that would have been fair if they were in the marriage together and sharing the life together? Because reversed, it wouldn't have mattered. So
yeah, here's where that question is really the answer to that question has to do more with her representation and what I feel is bad advice that she got, because any lawyer would have told her that she was going to be obligated to pay something, and for a great deal of time, because of the facts of the case, because of the length of the marriage, because of his inability to really earn much of a living. Although he went out and got a job and he made some money, because of the historical disparity in their incomes, because in the future he was never going to be able to make as much money as her without going back to school and reinventing his whole life, which he had no interest in doing. So really, without disparaging my colleagues, it's because she didn't get the right advice. And so she was emboldened and empowered, and she took it to trial. And unfortunately, although this gentleman was able to come up with a retainer deposit for the initial fee for the firm, he had no money to pay for a trial. But I did not abandon him. I told him I would work it out with him in some way, and we prepared the case for trial and tried the case to conclusion. And we were very successful for him in getting a significant alimony award for this gentleman.
Oh, how wonderful.
And he also was given a distribution of an asset that she claimed did not belong to him at all, without getting into too much detail, and he was given a significant piece of that asset. And when he gets it, we'll take some additional fee from him. But we worked with him through the process. We didn't abandon him. We took the case to trial, which it's very costly to try cases, and we achieved a very good result for him because we knew that we would prevail. So that's a kind of a happy ending for this gentleman. And he's a great guy and so appreciative of what we did. And we were really happy that we could work with him on the fees to make it happen.
Now, you said about she had not so good representation. Are the laws pretty clear that, with the community property, that the laws or the judges may be in favor of the women making, better financial gains in a divorce than a man would?
No, the answer is yes, the laws are pretty clear for an expert, which is what we are. We study these laws. We don't do anything else. If you have any nuance to your case, anything of substantive value or children involved, and you really want to have an expert in your corner. I just don't feel that she got the right advice because they empowered her to try a case that I could have told her from the first minute she walked in my door that she was going to lose. You're going to lose.
And she did.
And she did lose. So, but the community property, we're not a community property state at all. Our theory of distribution of assets and debts is called equitable distribution. It's about what's fair. There's 12 statutory factors. Without boring you with the details, anything that's accumulated during the marriage is marital, and there's a presumption that it should be divided, and it usually 50-50. In this particular case, this asset was something that she did acquire during the marriage, but she inherited this asset, so she did not want to give it any piece to him. And normally she would have had a legitimate leg to stand on, but in this particular case, he had improved the value of that asset to such a degree that I made an equitable argument that he should get something for it.
Wow.
Because he was going to leave the marriage with nothing. Not one, there was no assets to distribute to him. So he had no ability to accumulate future wealth. So, and we won. We won that too, which is another thing that I would have told her, give him something. Just give him something. It's not zero.
Yeah.
And there you go. Another reason, DeTauris and DeGeorge.
This portion of our show is sponsored by Susan Eckley Ruck of ID Life. Not a one-size-fits-all nutritional program.
ID Life stands for Individually Designed Life, where nutrition is personal, formulated just for you and your needs.
Get started today. Take the free HIPAA-compliant health assessment.
healthforlife.idlife.com.
That's the number 4.
Or give Susan a call, 609-712-1351.
Follow her on Facebook.
You'll be glad you did. If you're just joining us now, we are Trend Radio.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
Hi, Elise.
Well, hello, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing great. Being in business, a lot of the young people that work for me have always come to me and say, Anthony, I want to buy a house. I'm renting.
Yes, I know.
Think?
I know. A lot of the girls,
it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And, in this economy, I'm not a real estate expert.
No, but you actually have a lot of knowledge. You do have a lot of knowledge in that area. I would actually come to you if I had questions about real estate.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You have a lot of knowledge in that area.
Well, what people are asking me, I want to buy, should I buy or should I rent? What should I do?
And what's your opinion? I mean, it's always, I'm sure it's very individual, but what is your opinion? Well,
my thought is just sharing my knowledge on what every renter should know before buying before buying. Now, number 1 is there is maintenance.
Always.
Lots of maintenance. Americans spend about an hour and a half a week tending to their lawns and their gardens. And the median maintenance costs for cutting the grass, fertilizers, and that kind of thing is about $33 a month.
Is that, I didn't realize that was all.
Well, that is just for gardening and the lawn.
Okay, and that's minimal. And the reason I'm saying that, I just know that when I had that really, really, really big lawn a few years ago, and to maintain that lawn was ridiculous. It was a weekly thing. The grass was always being cut, and we weren't doing it ourselves because it was so big that it actually did cost quite a bit of money.
Yeah, my lawn cost me $40 a month to have done. I'm sorry, $40 a week.
Yeah, we were
not a month.
Yeah, we were in that. Yeah, in that range per week, and that was just the lawn.
Yeah, just the lawn.
Yeah, and so then there was everything else. So the maintenance can actually run quite a bit.
Yes, it can. So $33 is a minimum amount, but plumbing fixes. The average cost to fix any plumbing breakdown is about $500.
At least.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The roof needs replacing, $4,500.
At least, depending on the size of your roof.
Yeah, and you want to put a new bathroom in. You're going to buy a house. Oh, it's a fixer-upper because we got it cheap. You want to put that new bathroom in. $3,500
at least,
and the list goes on
and on and on. But yeah, but the thing is that there are perks to buying a house too.
Oh yeah, and we're going to get to the perks, but this is just my feeling on in this economy and in the way that real estate is growing or being stagnant is just my opinion, because there are unexpected things that also
arise.
Things you didn't think of when you wanted to buy your this beauty. So unless you live in a condo, you'll be doing a lot more maintenance on the house than you think, or you'll be paying someone else to do it. Things like what we just talked about: mowing the lawn, weeding the garden, replacing that cracked lighting fixture, and cleaning. They're all up to you.
Absolutely.
Now, you can hire some of these things out, but if you did that for every single thing, these costs add up, and they're a lot. One rule of thumb is that you should budget about 1% of your home's purchase price each year for maintenance, because you never know when that hot water heater isn't going to heat the hot water anymore.
Right. I know that it could cost a lot of money to actually, have somebody else take care of these things for you, but also think about the cost of your time. Time, everything is also time consuming. So you want to make sure that if you're not going to have somebody else do it, that you have the time to tend to it.
Yeah, my time personally is very scarce.
taken up with a lot of business and other things. That's why you can't do all of this yourself.
And my water heater went $900 for a water heater.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was a good deal too. You could, depends.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of these things need fixing immediately. Like if it's leaking, now there's no calling the landlord. You need to fix it now.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have a flood and ruin the floor, and then before you know it, it's ruining everything else.
You're right, but you got to have the money for that. So first, you have to build an emergency fund.
Okay, that's a good point.
And then you need to create a database of people that you can call on in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done this.
Those emergency calls, yeah.
Yeah, I've done this over the years where I have people that I can call, and they'll come running, but they don't always come running. Wow. So that's
why you need to have a few of them.
Yes, yeah, you do.
You do have a good backup system, though. You do.
Yeah, I do. I have several people that I can call on now, but. You yourself, you're going to need to learn a couple of the handyman skills. Like
do it yourself.
Right. Well, the simplest thing, and it's so simple, but there are people that don't know where their water shutoff is. So if they spring a leak, you need to know how to shut off the water on every faucet, every toilet, every appliance.
That is I personally don't know where all of those little shutoffs are.
Mm-hmm.
I should really learn that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's something that I should know.
Yeah, something that happens very often is the hoses on a washing machine. Those things will just pop. And they will spew water all day long when you come home. You got a little indoor pool.
And actually, I'm always doing laundry, so yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You should also know how to reset circuit breakers, shut off the power in an emergency.
I know that.
You do?
I know that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about how to change a light bulb that's located in hard-to-reach spot?
Oh, I'm fabulous in hard-to-reach spots.
Yes. Well, you got to buy a ladder so you can do that. Ladder costs money. Okay, well, you have one. But if you were coming from an apartment and buying a house, you wouldn't have a ladder.
It depends. I probably would. Mm-hmm. I think you need a ladder. I think everybody needs a ladder.
Just because you get high.
That was good.
Well, now some of these things you won't have to fix for years. So
like what?
Well, when you buy your home, you'll be full of ideas of what you want and how you want it to turn it into your castle and expand the living room, redo the kitchen, knock out that ugly bathroom.
He's so excited right now.
I do. I love this stuff. I do it all the time.
I know you do.
You know that.
I do.
So, and you may very well do all of those exciting things, but most likely it's not going to happen on the first year or the second or the third.
It depends on the person. the individual. That's individual.
Well,
sometimes you just get busy or you run out of money, but
that's right. You run out of money. Mm-hmm. You can be house rich and cash poor when you move in.
Absolutely.
So you'll spend, your renovation money on the emergency fixes, that simple kitchen renovation that actually can cost $10,000 or more. And in some cases, a kitchen can cost you $80,000. So it's a lot more than you thought. It's normal to take time making everything just perfect, even if you don't get it done until you're ready to sell the house.
That happens a lot. That happens a lot.
And move to Florida. It really does.
Not saying necessarily move to Florida, but that happens a lot where people are working feverishly on a project, and then, a lull happens, or they run out of money, and then before you know it, they decide that they're going to sell the house, and then they create the dream house that they wanted, and they sell it.
I've always run out of money many, many times. But
I don't believe you.
Well, now, going from an apartment to a house, you will definitely pay more for heating and cooling.
Absolutely. You're in a larger space.
That's right. Because if you're moving from an apartment to a standalone home, be prepared for it's called utility sticker shock.
Yeah. Triple and then some.
It's going to cost a lot more to heat and cool when you just got 4 walls.
And especially when you're going from different levels. You're going from 1 level to 2 or 3, or sometimes in some cases 4 levels. And you
got to heat all of that.
Yeah, or cool all of that. And, heat rises. So you're talking cooling a lot.
It's going right out the roof.
Exactly.
Now, you can add or upgrade the insulation to keep those costs down, but that process is going to cost you money too.
Absolutely. Then there's always the solar route, but that also costs money.
I actually was going to do that to my house. Again, $80,000 must be the number. $80,000 to solar power my house.
Absolutely. Of course, you don't have the same costs per month that you would have, but at this point in your life, are you looking to spend $80,000 on?
No, no. The monthly cost for electricity is about $120 for homeowners and about $90 for
It depends.
For renters.
It depends.
Well, I don't know. My electric bill is a little more than $120.
Oh my God, mine is way more than that.
Yeah.
Try doubling that.
Now, natural gas is more expensive too. Homeowners pay about $75 per month when renters pay about $50.
Wow.
Now, I think these numbers are kind of low because I'm going by my own house, and so these numbers are very, very conservative. Now, if water is included in your rent, get used to picking up that tab too. Now, water runs about $42 a month.
Does it?
Well, that's according to the U.S. Census Bureau, and that's across the country. Where we live, it's much higher.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think I ever paid just $40 for water per month.
I actually pay about $140 for a month.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
With the laundry alone.
And that doesn't include the sewer. That's just the water.
Yeah.
And the sewer is typically
And we take a lot of showers too, though.
Well, thank you for sharing that information.
I'm just saying that's running a lot of water.
Well, see, I try to conserve water. I shower once a week.
I know that you don't. You're absolutely, you're clean.
Yeah, I do take 2 to 3 showers a day. I dry my skin out.
But the thing is that with what we do, sometimes we need to just kind of like rinse off the dust, rinse off the hair, rinse off the chemical.
Yeah,
you can't crawl into bed that way.
No. Do
you know what I mean? Like then, you're uncomfortable all night. So we do take a lot of showers.
Now, insurance. Did you think about insurance?
Insurance is, oh God.
Renter insurance is about $100 a month. I'm sorry, $100 a year for renter's insurance. Mm-hmm. Now, not only can the insurance company drop you at any time, they can force you to make immediate repairs and threaten to drop your coverage if you don't. It's unlikely, but do you know this happened to me?
Did that really?
Yes, it did. In my house, there was a big old tree in front of the house, and the roots lifted up the sidewalk.
Oh, that so happens, yeah. My tree in my backyard ruined my paver patio.
And the town wouldn't let me cut down the tree.
How interesting is that?
And it was a fight to get that tree down and get those roots cut, I finally threatened them.
Brutal force from Mr. Anthony Vincent.
You better have a good lawyer. And we actually have a great lawyer.
We do.
So if you do need a lawyer, call Roseanne DeTorres.
DeTorres and DeGeorge.
You'll be glad you did.
Definitely.
All right, we got that plug in for them. But anyway, getting back to the insurance hassle. Now, if you ever filed a claim, no matter the reason, insurancequotes.com study found that annual premiums increased an average of 10% or about $150 following a claim. So you're paying the insurance, something happens, you get it fixed through the insurance, and now it's costing you another $150. It's crazy.
Wow.
The average...
It's like never ending.
No, you're right. It's never ending to home ownership these days. So the average annual homeowner's insurance premium is about $900. And that's true. That's about what my homeowner's insurance is. It's about $900 a year. Now, according to the most recent data from the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, but we're going by Anthony Vincent's insurance bill, and it's about $900.
We do a lot of things by Anthony Vincent.
That's right. I never forget. when I was a young guy, I went to the car wash, and the guy says, "We're closed at 3:00. We close," and I said, "But it's not 3:00. The guy said, "We go by my watch."
Ooh.
And I went, "Oh."
Yeah, you know what? If you think about it, your name wasn't on his door.
No, but I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't 3:00. We went by his watch. I left, never went back to that car wash.
Of course. Why would you?
And they are out of business.
As they should be, because they did not take their clientele when they should.
That's right.
That doesn't happen with us. Even if we lock the door, we absolutely let them in. We let people in. We answer the phone after hours, and we let people come in.
We are such haircutting whores. We just say, we never say no.
I am not a whore of any kind.
No. I'm a haircutting whore.
I'm the nail, whatever you want to call me.
Well, now, here's something. Property taxes. They just go up and up and up.
They always do. They never, ever go down.
Never.
Never. So, no matter what the economy is like, up or down,
they're going up.
Property taxes are always up. That's interesting.
So you make a major improvement on your house. You know, you put that new bathroom in, you put that new kitchen in, you put the siding on the house. Expect to see your tax bill go up again.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime you make an improvement, your property taxes go up. No matter what you do.
And that to-do list will never, never end. There will always, always be something to do because something will always break when you least expect it. I hate that.
Oh, that just happens, though.
Yeah, maintenance needs to be done on a regular basis. The lawn will always need to be cut, and if you're in the home long enough, the colors that you painted the room when you moved in will become dated, and they need to be redone, and that brand new washer and dryer will stop acting so brand new.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy? They just don't make washing machines and dryers the way they used to.
No.
I mean, they're so much more expensive now. They look like spaceships, and they don't last.
Yeah, but we get about 5 years out of a washer and dryer, and I buy the top of the line.
Oh my God, you should see mine. Mine look like you can fly away in them.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, there's always something wrong with them. I don't even understand it. Wow. And my parents, they had their washer and dryer for 25 years. I don't get it.
That's the washer and dryer you want because it'll probably last another 25 years.
You can't buy those anymore. They're obsolete.
So anyway, the price that we pay for owning a home. So just remind yourself, a home is a long-term way to build up equity and that you can paint the walls any color you want.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got brows? Aching for an arch? Frame it, fill it, and flaunt it. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. Wow, that was really serious.
Yeah.
That was serious stuff.
But you know, on a serious note, but a not more serious note, I'm going to actually steal your thunder here.
Okay.
When you get a new house or you move in together or just, move away, whatever it is, you can also use this new place to start rekindling your relationship.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I think you liked that. I think you liked that one a lot.
This is more what our show talks about here. Desire.
Absolutely. You know what's really awesome? You have this new home and you have this lovely fireplace and you're making this wonderful warm atmosphere. There is absolutely no reason to stop what you're doing and just curl up on a blanket together right in front of that fireplace and just enjoy each other in any way you'd like.
Yes, such a delicate thing.
That's true. And because relationships are so delicate, they can be fragile. So you want to make sure that you take the time to build and to make sure that you share wonderful things with your partner. Such as painting, of course.
It's a lot of fun.
Having a little paint fight. There's nothing wrong with having a little paint fight and then rolling around on the floor afterwards together. After you have a little hot cocoa.
When I got into my house, my lady, we actually did that. We painted. She made curtains for for my house. Thank you, Betsy. I'm going back a long time ago. Uh-huh. And these curtains got rave reviews. They were kind of black and white, and from the outside they just looked really cool. And while we were painting, before we put the curtains up, she painted a target on my butt.
Oh, how nice.
It was a lot of fun.
Did she hopefully she didn't use that target with an arrow?
She didn't shoot anything. The only arrow that she shot was from Cupid's bow through my heart.
Oh, how sweet is that? Well, I enjoyed having my fireplace, definitely. And on those very cold, chilly nights, just being able to cuddle there in front of that warm fireplace, that was always lovely. It was always nice.
And don't forget those chilly mornings, cuddled up in front of that fireplace with a cup of hot coffee, you and your lady, and listen to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Listen to us anytime, any place. Download the TuneIn Radio app to your smartphone or tablet and make 920 The Voice your favorite.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.